Welcome to Dftg 1376 Rivet Architecture. And today we're actually going to start creating a new model. So first things first, I want you guys to go to the book. And I do have it open here. I want you actually to look at chapter 5. I want you to look at it in totality. I want you to read the whole chapter, okay? And once you read and start going through the chapter, you'll actually see, and what it's going to do, it's going to give you some information as it regards opening up and setting up a new project file. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to do first. Make sure you read the very first 5 steps. They are very important. Okay, I will not go into detail as to how these files are created. I just want you to go ahead and look at the book. It's there. We'll go ahead and start modeling the model today. So you'll basically just open up a regular default template, okay? And then you'll select project instead of project template. And that's pretty much it, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the model that we are going to be working on. I was going to use a different model that was, a lot more complex, but I thought that the one that they have documented here in the book is pretty good. It's not as big as I would like it to be, but I think it's pretty effective. And you guys will see once we start modeling this, that due to the fact that we went through the first 5 weeks doing a test model, this is going to be like a cakewalk for you guys, so to speak. But I'm here if you have any questions. I am here if you have any troubles, okay? So yes, let's look at the floor plan. So this guy's going to have 2 floors. Today we will be laying out the first floor. We'll be actually putting the windows in. We'll put the floors in as well, okay? And then maybe next week after we add the second floor, we'll go ahead and add the foundation. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the first floor. Let's see if I can zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see it. Okay, well, my zoom is doing the opposite of what I'm telling it. So if I press minus and control and minus, it gets larger. Awesome. So yes, this is the first floor plan. It's got a living room, a kitchen, formal dining, coat closet, half bath, mud room, and garage. For those of you who do not know what a mud room is, that's typically just a space where you would walk in and kick the boots off, so to speak, so you don't track mud through the house, okay? So that's exactly what the mud room is. But this is the floor plan that we're going to be creating. It's not a whole lot bigger than, we did. I would say it's probably about 2 times bigger. And I think this is good for this intermediate course. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the second floor. Actually, let's look at the first floor in detail. We have 2-car garage. All right, we have a dining room, a living room. Okay, everything is here, and we're gonna lay it out line up on line. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the next floor. This is the second floor. Okay, this is where all the bedrooms are, and you have a couple of baths up top as well. Okay, so it's going to be a 2-story building that we're going to be creating. Basically, the height of the walls are going to be 19 feet, and that's probably 10 feet per floor. Yeah, 10 feet per floor. So it's going to be a 19-foot building. We're going to use the 8-inch generic wall type. So Rivet will go here and just use the 8-inch generic wall type. I may change this to masonry or something like brick on masonry, or maybe split face CMU. It just depends on what I feel like you guys are ready to handle. But for right now, let's go ahead and just leave it at generic 8. Okay, now let's toggle back to the book, and let's go ahead and continue to scroll through. So this is actually where you'll start. It's giving you a dimension, okay, for the wall. So this is where you'll start, and then you'll kind of go backwards. I don't know why they laid the book out this way, but then you'll kind of go backwards and start, putting things in like floors, furniture, windows, doors, and things of that nature. Right now, for the dimensions, we're not going to add dimensions. They're given here just to give us some, dimensional requirements for each wall and how this building is actually going to be laid out. So we're going to start right here with actually go ahead and putting in the walls. Okay, so let's go ahead to the Rivet project file. Let's go here. Okay, and first thing first, this building is 110 feet by 42 feet. Okay, so WA is the wall command, and it's on generic 8. All right, and we'll start with, let's just say, the garage area. That wall is 35 foot by 30 foot 8. So we'll do something like this, okay? And this guy's 35, hit enter. And then this is 30'8". So all you have to do is hit the space bar, right? You don't have to put the integers in, and it'll draw it in at 30'8". Okay, so if you click this wall, that wall is 30'8". You click this wall, that's a 35-foot wall. This is how it looks in 3D right now. Okay, so let's go back to the floor plan. Let's take this wall, let's select both of these, and let's move them. Type in MV, and you want to go to the center of this wall, okay? And you want to drag it down to this reference plane. That way it's centered on that wall, and yeah, we can leave it just like that, okay? So now let's take this wall and hit MM for mirror and select the center reference plane. And now, as you can see, we have the west wing of the building already drawn, all right? So now let's go ahead and draw the main portion of the building. Right now, this wall is going to go 4'4", so you go select this wall and create similar. And you want to make sure, we can change the height later. And I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. You know, it was pointed out to me my cursor is not showing up. You know, I don't really know exactly how to fix that. I did look at it, but I would say give me a little bit more time. I'm working on getting that fixed, okay? We do want the chain command selected because we're going to be drawing multiple walls. So yeah, let's draw one wall, and we want finished face exterior, okay? Selected. So let's draw this wall, 4'4" up. So you'd hit 4, space 4, hit enter. And then you want to draw this next portion of the wall is 60'8". So you want to type in 60, space bar 8, enter. And then we're going back down another 4'4". So really you don't have to type it in. It's going to show that it's aligned here. When you see the blue dash line, it's aligned. And then we're going to draw to the east, to the east, we're going to draw another 15 feet. So just type in 15 here. Okay. And then this portion is 31'4". It's spacebar 4, enter. And, you know, we can pretty much match this wall up here. It's 15 feet. All right. And now we're going to come out based on the dimensions. It's 2 feet. So hit 2 and enter. Okay. And then we're going to go over 23'4". And I'm sorry, I messed this one up. When we do something like that, we can just select this wall, okay? Or select this wall and hit this guy right here. This is going to be 4'4". So 4, space 4, enter. Okay. Now you want to go hit create similar here. All right. And you want to go ahead and select this wall. And this wall, this is the 2 feet. So type in 2 and hit enter. Okay. And now you want to come across 23'4". Or did we do that already? Yes, we did. So this is 14. So create similar. Okay, so we'll draw this wall. We'll click this wall, create similar. And this guy is going to be 14 foot, so you would just type in 14, hit enter. And then you want to draw another wall to align with this guy. So it's going to show how it's aligned when you draw that guy right there. You'll see the blue dash line that lets you know you're in alignment. And this guy, it's going to be, you want to just drag this over to this wall. And now, boom, here, okay? Now, let's go ahead and dimension everything so we can double check it. So you want to go ahead and click from here to here to here, then to here. And then you want to do an overall. You see, sometimes these things can come in off, right? So you can do an overall. And it's 110.8, so we can change that. But let's go ahead and add them on. but we need to see how they are dimensioning. Make sure we're looking at the drawing itself to see, if they're going from exterior to exterior, which they are. So you would click the little dimension button here, or you just type in DI to activate the dimension command, and you would go from here to here, okay? Then you want to go to this wall, and you want to go to this wall, and you want to go to the exterior side of this wall, okay? And drag this out, and then you want to do an overall from here to, let's just say here, right? Depends on how they have it marked, how they're showing it. I think they're showing it, well, they're not showing it at all. So they're just giving us so we can actually take this one out and delete that one, okay? Now you would type in DI to activate the dimension command again. And you want to go from this wall, exterior, to this wall, to the exterior, okay? And they're doing all exterior, so to this exterior wall, then this exterior wall, then you go to the exterior wall here, and then you go to the exterior wall here, okay? So we're doing this so we could actually see. Let's go ahead and change the scale here. It's one thing we talked that I wanted you guys to look at last week when you were setting up the sheets. They should have went over the scale, how you change the scale of the drawing. Typically, a floor plan is drawn at 1/4 of an inch, not 1/8. So let's change this to 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll change it to 1/4 of an inch when we're done. Right now, I really just want to make sure we could see the dimensions. So let's do 1 inch. Okay, let's just do 1 inch right now. All right, so the overall dimension that they're showing is 110'8". Okay, and right now, the way it's drawn in is we have it shown at 111. Okay, so you can come here, click that, or actually click this wall, and click this 110'8". So you want to go 110 and then add 8 inches here and hit enter. That way everything's moved now like it should be. Okay, now let's look at that second row of dimensions. Okay, we have 60 feet 8 and we have 15 feet, but we're showing 14'8". And on this side we're showing 35'0". We're showing 35'4". So let's go ahead and select this wall and change it to 35'0". Or just type in 35. Okay. So now we have 35, we have 60'8", and we have 14'8". So something is a little bit off here with their dimensions, because if we actually draw it at 35, 68, okay, and 15, so let's go here and change this to 15, then the overall is going to change, right? So the overall is 110'8", and there it is, okay? Sometimes Rivet does glitch. You have to make it wake up. So we have the 15'0" here, we have the 68 here, and we have the 35'0" here, and then we have the 110'8" here, okay? All right, now let's check the dimensions on the south side of the building. Let's check the dimensions. So what they're calling it out as 35, 23'4", 14, 23'4", and then what's it saying? It's not showing it on this side, but what I have is 15. The same thing we're showing at the top side is what we should have. Okay, let's look at the west side. All right, we're showing 4'4", we're showing 30'6", and then 5'0". Okay, so instead of 30'8", select this wall. Well, let's see where we're off at. Let's take this dimension string out, and this is good because I like to show you guys how to troubleshoot things. And you would select this guy, and you would select this guy, and this guy. Okay, so yeah, a lot of times you have to go back and you'll have to, check your dimensions to make sure they're matching as closely as possible. So what we have is 5.0 here, 30 foot 8 here, 4 foot 4 here. In here we have 35.0, 23.4, 14.0, 23.4, and 15.0. So you can go ahead and draw your walls in and then double check your dimensions every time just to make sure that your dimensions are accurate. However, sometimes when they do lay these things out, like in the book, uh, their layout is a little bit off, but it happens. I've seen it in several books, and that's good for, thought. It's good for exercising thought. Kind of makes you think and kind of makes you look at things in a deeper perspective so you can actually analyze it and say, okay, well, they're off and not my model. Okay. And here's what I'm getting at. If you look at the east wing of the model, okay, we're showing dimensions. Let's look at the first line of dimensions. First of all, the overall dimension is, they're showing it at, and let's see, they're showing it from here to here is 42. We'll just leave that as is for right now, okay? In fact, I've gone away from it. Yeah, so from here, from the south side to the north side, it's showing it at 42, okay? So right now we need to go ahead, and you can see right here it's showing it at 4 foot 8, okay, and it should be 4 foot 4. All right. So if we take the 4 inches off, if we click this wall right here, exit out of the dimension command, we click this wall right here, and just take the 4 inches off. They're showing it at 42, so just type in 42, and then click off. And now you have your 4.4 and your 4.4, okay, and now everything is as it should be, right? We got the 38, we got the 5.0. The only thing I'll say that they have wrong is this dimension right here. We're not going to worry about that too much. So let's go ahead and click on your 3D model. This is what you have, or you should have, okay? So let's go ahead and select the walls, and we want to go ahead and change the height of the walls, okay? Right now we have the height shown in, and let's undo it. And let's go ahead and just click that wall, and let's click edit type, okay, and structure. Right now we have the 8.0 wall, okay, and the sample height is 20 foot. Let's go ahead and change it to 19. Hit enter and hit okay. And now they all have been changed to 19 foot, okay, which is going to be the overall structure or the overall height of our walls for the building. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go back. Okay, let's go back to the first floor plan. And now what we want to do here is we want to start to populate, okay, we want to start to populate the model. All right, so what we want to do is go back to the architectural plan. And first things first, a lot of these things we'll put in because they're not telling us exactly what they are at this time. And I'm talking about window sizes and things of that nature, and door sizes and things of that nature, just giving us a layout. So we'll go back and, we'll add those things later, okay? But just kind of scroll through the book, and you'll see it's going to give you the sizes of everything, all right? Right now, let's see, I'm trying to tell you guys what page it's going to be on. Where is it? So yeah, now at this point, what I want you guys to do is, like I was saying, in fact, let me turn this thing down. Like I was saying, let's go ahead and go back to the first floor plan, all right? And right now, this is the first floor. If you click on L2, this is the second floor, okay? We'll put the second floor in after we put the first floor in, okay? Now, first things first, let's go ahead and complete the model, all right? I won't go into great detail regarding putting all of the windows and furniture in, all right? I'll leave that up to you guys to look and see how the layout is going in the book. In fact, I'm trying to pull it back up here. Let's see. So yeah, I want you guys to go ahead and take a look. Look at the first floor plan layout. And I want you to go ahead and put the windows in and put the doors in, okay? So for doors, you just type in DR, and then you have your single flush doors, but they're showing a garage door. So what you guys are gonna have to do is gonna have to go to load family, and you're gonna have to go to doors here, okay? And then there's all kind of doors in here. Let's see if we can find the garage door. If you cannot find, here it is. So let's take this and select open. And let's see, this is going to tell us or specify the size of that garage door. Typically, let's go ahead and go with the, let's go and go with the 16 foot, okay? Or let's go with the 16.8. It's 16 feet wide and it's 8 feet tall. From looking at the floor plan in depth, okay? Yeah, let's go with the 16 foot. I don't want to say, well, actually, let's select a few of them because what you're doing is this is telling Rivet what all garage doors to bring into the project, okay? So you want to select a 16 foot and let's select a 9 foot as well. So you're going to hold down control and you're going to click OK, and it's going to import both of those into the model. So we can just go ahead and place one door right here, okay? And with a garage door, you want the dash line to actually show on the inside, okay? And that is the 9.0 door, but now you can go here and you can change it to the 16.0 door, okay? Let's go ahead and select this door and move it over, okay? So this is the 16.0 door. What if we didn't, what if it was, scheduled to be another size? Well, you can select this door and you can go here to edit type right under the drop down menu. You see edit type right here. And you can go and you can actually rename it or just click duplicate, okay? And then you want to go to, let's see, where is it? Textual plan. You can select this door, okay? Go to edit type, and all of the properties of that door is going to pop up, okay? So if you want to change it to a different size door, okay, we already have these two sizes in the drawing. So you want to duplicate so you don't overwrite either of those sizes. And let's make this one, let's just say 10.0 by 8.0. That's what you want to name it. Okay, and now you want to go over here and change the width to 10.0. Click apply, then click OK. So now you have a 10.0 door, okay? And now you can create similar and add another 10.0 door right here. And we'll get the dimensional requirements laid out, as soon as we get the layout complete. But that's what I want you guys to do. I actually won't do everything in this model because we are familiar with adding doors, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add the walls based on what they're showing here, okay? When you go over chapter 5, you will see the dimensions for everything, all right? So you want to go ahead and add the walls. You want to go ahead and, in fact, let's go ahead and put in the interior walls so you guys can actually know where we're placing walls. So you won't have to try to figure that out at this point, because right now I just want you to go ahead and add the windows, add the doors, add the furniture, okay? And then next week we'll come back, we'll add the second floor, and then we'll put the stair in. Or we'll put the stair in, then add the second floor. Okay, but for right now and for this week, let's go ahead and add the interior walls. So you want to type in WA for wall, and you want to go with the interior wall, and let's go with the interior 4 and 3. Let's go with 4.5. Interior 4.5 partition. Okay, so we're showing a wall here, and you want to make sure you have finished face exterior selected. You can leave the chain command selected. We don't need it right now, but it's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and select this guy. Let's put an interior wall. Well, I don't know if they're showing one right here. They're not. I think they're showing one right here, WA. Okay, interior wall, 4.5 partition. I think we're showing a wall right here, if I'm not mistaken. It's going all the way across. And actually, let's go back to the book and double check just to make sure, because I kind of panned forward a little bit. Yeah, so we're showing one right here all the way across. And let's see if we could zoom in a little bit just to get a little bit clearer picture. Okay, we're showing one here all the way across, and we're showing one, let's see, right here. And we'll add dimensions so you guys can know. That's my reason for doing this exercise, this portion for you. I know you can add walls, but we need to go ahead and apply some dimensions to it. Okay. Now let's toggle back to the book. We're showing that one, and then there is one. That one goes all the way across, and there's another one here. Looks to be about 10 feet. Okay, let's see, create similar. And let's go ahead and let's do an offset of 10 feet. So when you click and drag right here, you have that wall there, 10 feet. And again, we'll go back and we'll update the dimensions. Right now, we just want to get them in there as closely as possible. Okay. All right, looks like we have another wall. Let's go ahead and scroll over to this side. So we have one there. There's going to be another wall right here that seals off the garage. Okay. And that wall, you want to go ahead and let's just select wall, 4.5 partition. We want to change that to 4 3/4 1 hour wall. We're going to put a 1 hour wall. That is the fire rating of the wall, because this is actually the garage, and this, by code, this wall has to be a rated wall, a minimum of an hour, right? But we'll get into that, next week. So we'll drop one there. Okay. Trying to get my book back in order here. Let's see. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at my book on my other device here, and it's jumping all around. So that's why I'm having to pause and look at things. Okay. So yeah, we'll have that wall there. And then, let's see, this wall, it appears as if it's aligned with this wall. So you want to go here and create similar from this wall, because this is not a fire rated wall. And you want to hit the space bar to flip it, connect that wall there, okay? And then, let's see, we'll do this. Let's offset this wall 12 feet. Let's type in 12 in the offset bar up here, hit enter. And let's go ahead and draw a wall right here. And that may be a little bit extensive. In fact, let's go ahead and take this guy and drop a dimension on it. And then select this wall and change it to 10. Yeah, we'll leave it at 10 feet. Then you can take the dimension out, okay? And we know this wall, let's see, it appears to be going all the way to this wall. There's another wall, create similar. Okay, and let's go ahead and take this wall, hit TR, and extend it to this wall. Hit undo. And then let's take this wall and see at the top under the Modify Walls tab, you see the split element icons. You have split element, and then you have split with gap. Let's go ahead and select split with gap. The reason being is we want to take this wall out. So you want to go ahead and select this one and delete it, and then take this one and drag it back until it closes, and then hit TR for trim, and select this wall and select that wall. or actually it's 2 walls, so you can just delete that one. Okay, that's essentially what your layout is going to look like. Okay, so for right now, to add some interior dimensions so you guys can proceed with all of the windows and doors and furniture, you want to go ahead and I'm going to drop these dimensions in for you so you can place your walls in at these dimensions. Okay, so we know that wall is spaced that way. We have this wall from here to here. And I don't like that half. Okay, so if that's 13 and a half, select this wall and let's make it an even 13. Okay, I mean, contractors like that, but I like to keep it clean. Let's see, 13. Yeah, 13 0. All right, so in this guy right here, you go ahead and activate the dimension tab. Let's drop a dimension in here. That's 23 feet. Let's drop one in from here to here to here. Okay, so now let's select this wall and let's change this to 10. We want this to be an even 10. You may have a different number, but at the end of the day, you want to make sure it's 10 feet. And now that even out the other number made it 13 feet. So we like to keep the numbers clean because, again, we're dealing with contractors and they are looking for anything that they can deem a loophole in your drawing. Let's see, TR. You guys may not have that problem. If you do, that's how you fix it. Okay, so yes, and that's how we'll leave it for right now. It appears that maybe this wall here in the interior where the small restroom is, this is a washroom, this is a small restroom. Let's go ahead and make this about 6 feet. So let's go ahead and click the dimension tool or type in DI and drop a dimension line here. So right now that's 9 feet, so a little bit too wide. Select it, take this dimension and type in 6. All right, let's make it 7, a little bit bigger. All right. And now you'll have this dimension from this wall all the way to this wall. We'll do interior to interior, just for clarity. So 13.7. So 7 and 13.7. That's what I want you to do as regards the walls on the first floor. So again, look at that first floor plan. I want you guys to add furniture. And I'm just taking these dimensions out because we just utilize them for layout, right? And I think, yeah, that's going to be, let's see. Yeah, that's going to be a door right here in some type of hallway, okay? So yeah, there'll be a double door here, and it appears that the stair is going to go right up in here, okay? We have this wall. And my book keeps getting away from me for some reason. It keeps jumping. It doesn't want me to do this video smoothly, but we'll just rough it out. Now, what I was looking at was this little nook here, okay? Right in here with this wall, and this wall, this little nook here. There's a little couch there. Then there will be a sliding door here, so you can just drop a door in there, DR. And let's see what type of doors we have already in the model. If we don't have any sliding doors, you can go here to load family. And let's see, there's French doors, pocket doors, that's what it's called. So let's go with a pocket door right here. Just click the first one, then click OK. And you can drop a pocket door in right there. And actually, you want it to slide the other way, so hit this arrow. And then you want to take the door itself, and just move it over a little bit. And let's go ahead and drop a dimension there from here to here. So 1'2", that's fine. So we got about, I would say, let's take that out and let's redo that dimension. Let's go and drop it from here to here. Okay. So we want to select the door and then change this to 12 inches or 1 foot, not 12 feet. So when you're doing inches, you do 0 space 12 and hit enter. Okay, and let's go ahead and take that dimension out. You want to select the 102 and just kind of drag it inside right here. All right, so that's your pocket door. And this is going to be a hallway right here. Okay, this is where you're gonna, so let's go ahead and create similar. And you want to select, let's do 6 feet. I like to make my hallway 6 feet offset. Okay, and let's go ahead and click here and drag down. Okay, now what we need to do is we want to change this dimension right here. 6'7". Let's just make it an even 6. Just like that. Okay. And you'll have your stair that'll go in right here. And this guy is opening. So what you would do is just use the trim command, TR, select here and select there. And that's how that's going to look. We'll drop our stair in. This 6 foot may fluctuate. In fact, all interior dimensions may fluctuate. So don't get caught up on that, okay? But that's basically what I want you guys to do. And I want you guys to actually put the furniture in, okay? If you don't have a car in your Rivet file, then you can download it, okay? All of the furniture, just put it in. If you can't get the same furniture, just put something there. Like, you may not be able to get this exact piano, okay? But what you can do is just put a piano in there, okay? Doesn't have to be the exact same furniture. I want you to just show me that you are putting in furniture correctly, okay? And I know on the first model we put furniture in last. I did that for a specific reason, all right? But that's what I want you to do on the first floor plan, and that's what I want you to have complete for next week. And also, I would say go ahead and put the floors in, okay? So you go to architecture like we did last time. You go to floor, and you go to architectural floor, and now Rivet is going to go into sketch mode. So you want to use the pick lines command, and you want to just select this wall, this one, this one, and this one. And we'll do these floors separate because it's going to be sealed concrete in the garage, all right? And this is all going to be wood. So we do them separate because we're going to have to apply different materials to it, okay? So let's go ahead and put the second floor in as well, architectural floor, and select this wall, this one, okay? You want this one, this one, this one. Just like we did on the previous model, okay? So you see why I did the previous model that way? Because it's good to have you guys, get that out of the way so you're not so anxious about learning the software, right? Now we pretty much learned the software, so to actually do some of these things, you've already done already, so it's not going to be so tedious for you, okay? Now what you want to do here is you want to make sure that all the loops are closed. If you try and finish the edit mode, which is here, with these lines intersecting and not closed, you're going to get an error message. So you want to type in TR, select this line and that line, it closed there. It's closed here. Let's see, it's closed here, it's closed here. You want to go all the way around the footprint of the building and you want to close it, okay? And it's closed here and here, here and here and here. Yes, so now let's finish the edit mode. And now you have both floors in. So if you type in WT for window tile, there is what your 3D model is going to potentially look like without all of the doors and all of the windows in, okay? So yeah, again, just go ahead and place everything in like it's placed here, and we'll talk about the specifics next week. And I'm talking about in terms of, it's not giving us a dimension where like where these windows are to be placed. So I want you to use your architect's eye and just eyeball it. Reason being, I want to show you guys how to use the align tool to place things, okay, and get things aligned properly, all right? But for right now, I just want you to get everything placed in there, okay? So again, good stuff. You have a living room, kitchen, a dining, a coat closet, a half bath, a mud room, and a garage, okay? So that's what I want you guys to do. Let's go ahead and get that done, and we'll pick back up next week by adding the floors. Or we'll pick back up next week by adding the second floor. Okay? Thanks, guys. We all appreciate it.